Hi everyone, this is Charmander, and in this video, I'm going to do a review of Eddie, which is an infantry top commander hero, and because it's infantry top commander, I'm going through all the infantry top commander heroes that I have not done a review on yet. So for this video, it's going to be Eddie specifically, and Eddie is one of those heroes that I haven't unlocked yet, and I really regret it because I could have unlocked him a long time ago. I decided to go with Thunder, which was a bad decision as Thunder is now becoming obsolete, if not completely obsolete already, with Riven and Raigoro as one of the best Garrison pairs for infantry or Riven and Victor. Really, Thunder has no more use, but Eddie has been given a brand new life with the release of Stella. Now, even without Stella, Eddie was still really good because Eddie, if we just take a look at his skills, his first skill is called Grand Feast, which deals damage to a target with a damage factor of 11,300. So this one seems kind of low at first glance, and his shield factor is 2,500, and shield factor is always a nice bonus. His second skill is called Crisis Cook, which is a passive skill that increases infantry squad defense by up to 30%. When your remaining squad size is less than 30%, increase counter damage by up to 15%. So this one is just okay, mainly because of the requirement that the remaining squad size has to be less than 30%. His third skill, called Brash Hunter, when leading only infantry squads, increases counter damage dealt by up to 44%. This is where he shines. So before even Stella came out, if you try to swarm Eddie in the field, a lot of your troops are gonna die, and a lot of infantry main field players have reported that Eddie actually got them the most kills and the most points, not a Dut and Miyamoto, which is crazy if you think about it, because Eddie's counter damage is so strong. And imagine pairing that up with Stella, which is his best partner, who already has 25% counter damage and another 32% counter damage when rallying. So you stack that with Eddie's, and that is just beyond ridiculous. And not only that, if you pair Eddie with Stella, their squad counter damage also goes up by 26.5% potentially. And then you have this other skill, Encore, which also increases counter damage by up to 32%. So Stella and Eddie are a match made in heaven, as you can see. Next, he has Abyss Devourer, which increases squad HP by up to 30%. This is amazing. HP is one of the best attributes in the game, so the fact that he gets this is really good. During sieges, basic attacks have a 20% chance to reduce the enemy squad HP by 25% for 2 seconds. That is disgusting. That is so good that to have this buff. This effect can be triggered at most once every 6 seconds. So I'm actually curious the fact that he can reduce the enemy squad's HP by 25% for 2 seconds, because I kind of feel like this is a good match for Marco, who has a counter attack that reduces the enemy's HP also. So it's known that Marco is also being used for the purpose of rallying. And I kind of feel like if you put Eddie and Marco together, they would have such a massive debuff on the reduction of HP of whoever's doing Garrison. His awakened skill is called Ravenous Ambition, which when the shield is broken or disappears, reduce the HP of up to 3 nearby enemy squads by 20% for 2 seconds. Again, another amazing skill. Imagine pairing Eddie with Marco. They would be so killer at reducing the enemy's HP together. So it seems like Eddie's best partner is obviously Stella. Together, they are the best infantry rally pair. But if you don't have Stella awakened yet, I would say that Marco would actually be a decent option. And Marco and Eddie together in the field also seems like a very good option together. So I totally regret not getting Eddie. Eddie is hands down one of the best heroes in this game, especially for the purpose of doing infantry rallies as well as doing infantry field. A lot of people are also using Eddie and Stella for the purpose of Garrison, and the counter damage is also no joke for the purpose of Garrison. So Eddie is an extremely high utility hero as a result, because you can use him for field, Garrison, and his main purpose of doing rally. So when you have a hero with such a high utility, he's a must-have for any infantry players. That's about it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.